Welcome. I'm Tatiana. The party's already started, so come on in. But we only have one rule here. Please leave by 9.
Hey! It's the last of the little sister's 21st.
Birthday! Woo!
Woo! Welcome to the party, Katy.
Yeah!
Welcome. Wait a minute, she's not the last. We still have Binky.
Oh, fuck. Binky has a fake ID, so I just assume she's 21.
Binky's been 21
already.
for a month now. Or no, her birthday's September of next year. She'll be 21.
But isn't that 20?
That's 20 of this year. That's why I said next year in September she'll be
So
21.
long.
So Katy, welcome to the party. I'm so glad we have you here. It's your 21st.
Woo! It's my 21st.
Katy is buzzed.
Yeah, that's true.
Since
she's
last
really
night.
wearing really cool pants.
Really cool fans.
Katy, why did you buy these pants?
For you guys.
Isn't that the sweetest?
I'm going to cry.
But legit, I thought Tatiana and Sarah would love these pants, and so I
That's
got them,
fantastic.
and my mom paid for them, and it
Nice,
was the
that's
best
the way to do
party
it.
ever.
That's the only way I shop now is with like these three, Anna, Sarah, and Todd's voice in my head. They're like, that's super cute.
Do it! Buy it! Get it!
That's exactly what it is.
That's Tatiana. Sarah's like, "Wait, do it! Buy it! Get it!"
Sarah's like, you should try it on and then do it, buy it, get it. And
I'm
then
a fan of trying things out.
I am not.
I am too. Tatiana walks out of the dressing. No, not the dressing room. The store. With
She's like, this will be fun. And I'm like, don't you
So-
wanna? And then she's like, it doesn't fit. And I'm like, yeah.
The best part was I wasn't with any of these ladies when I bought these
No.
pants. But my mom was like, I am going to put this all on the credit card. So get whatever you want. And I was thinking, Sarah, Tatiana, Cheryl, Anna, they would all love these pants.
We
so
do.
I'm going to get these freaking pants. And that's what we did. I'm wearing these pants and we're ready to go.
We're ready to go.
Except that story kind of makes us sound rich. We're not rich. Katie's the baby.
50% off? 50% off. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I have still yet to hear the full story of starting at midnight, your 21st birthday.
Started before midnight.
Before.
So I got in 15
Y'all are
minutes
wild.
before my midnight. Yeah, the bouncer threw me off because he said we need a 48-hour period before we can let you in.
What?
And I was just like, okay. So I
That's
walked
a
away, and
rule?
Cheryl was like, no. And the buster was like, no. I was kidding. And then they just let me in. And he gave me a huge ass hug. And was like, happy birthday. I hope you remember it for the rest of your life. And
You're like, I do too. I hope I remember.
I remember my birthday. I mean, it's right now, right here.
You
It's like-
can't say
it's
you
like
remember
3
this until later.
Yeah, I'm drinking coffee. Hopefully I'll remember it.
I spiked
You're
your
still
coffee.
going bar hopping tonight again.
I will be in downtown Fullerton tonight.
Oh, I just went there.
Where are you planning to go in
Where are you
downtown
going?
Fullerton?
And please tell us how it goes.
So I'll probably start off at the Old Spaghetti Factory because that's where I work. And it makes sense to me. There's a
That's
couple
where
drinks I need
all
to try
great
out,
stories
and then
start.
I'll go from there. I don't know.
So I just went to Bourbon Street for the first time. Never heard of that.
In New Orleans?
Yeah, in New Orleans. Anna.
So I never been there. I went. It was pretty cool. They had a photo booth.
Wait,
was
I'm
very
not even
nice.
joking. Wait, what do you mean Bourbon Street?
It was right next to Hopscotch.
She's talking about
Yeah, in downtown Fullerton.
not New Orleans.
Yeah, not New Orleans. Did not
Fullerton.
Right next to. You know what? I searched the Old Spaghetti Factory when I was looking because I knew you worked there, and that's how I knew the distance of where it was from.
Hopscotch, I can get there in like 1 minute from my work if
Yeah.
I'm taking my time in the locker room.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
So
right there
from
in that little
there,
headquarter.
I could probably walk to 90% of the bars.
Yeah, they're all
From
in
my
that area.
work.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah, we should go.
It was
Although it's
fun.
mostly sports bars there.
Oh, but I did see someone pass it on the street, like we saw.
Oh,
when we went there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
The
it was a male.
the
That doesn't surprise you. It's always a
homeless
male.
population there is
He wasn't.
I don't
yeah,
think
he
he was
wasn't
homeless.
He was very drunk.
It was one of those things where in Fullerton I didn't see as many homeless people as I thought I would. I saw more in Santa Ana when we went downtown
They were
Santa
not
Ana.
homeless. They were men who were passed out in planters.
Yes, they were. They
Were fully clothed and fully prepared. Yeah, but
There has been a time when I had to kick out a person from our lawn, not our restaurant, from our lawn because he was shirtless.
Wait,
I
why did they put you in charge of that? Whenever I'm at work and they're like, kick out this person, I'm like, where's the nearest male who's larger than me? And there's rarely any males larger than me, so.
Have you met Katy? Katy likes being mean and assertive.
The reason I was in charge was because I had the walkie-talkie on my belt. That was it. That's all the reason.
Okay,
Yeah.
I would have burned
Yeah.
the walkie-talkie.
solid.
The walkie-talkie was on my belt, and I was able to contact my managers within, like, snap of a second. I don't know if you could hear that snap, but I definitely snapped right there. I called my managers. I told them there was a shirtless man on our lawn. They told me, okay, we're going to take care of it. And 20 minutes later, this family had already gotten all of their alcoholic beverages. And he was taken care of.
Nice.
He was removed from the property by a security guard.
Your specific 21st. What happened last night? Where'd you go? What'd you see? Who'd you do? What'd you drink?
Okay, so last night I drank. The best drink I drank last night was definitely an Adios margarita.
Motherfucker.
Motherfucker!
That AMF! Yeah!
Okay, so here's the thing before you continue with this. An Adios motherfucker. I didn't know it was a real drink. I thought someone was messing with me. I had someone buy it for me at a bar, and I was like, what do you mean an Adios motherfucker? This is it
It's
doesn't make
blue.
sense. Right? It's blue.
It's blue.
It doesn't make sense. It's blue. I just thought people were messing with me. Someone ordered it for me, and that's how I knew that's like the drink
And I was
people
like-
will order you when they want to sleep with you. That's
So-
all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
You're not wrong.
So many people were telling me to drink this drink, and I was like, "Yes, I'm down. It's gonna be
So
fruity,
many
it's gonna
people
be
want to
great."
sleep with you.
And then I drank it, and I was like, "Ew."
The thing about it is it doesn't taste good. It's just to get you drunk.
It doesn't taste
Can
good at
somebody
all.
explain to me the ingredients of an Adios motherfucker?
Okay,
'Cause I don't
so-
know.
An Adios motherfucker, as explained to me last night by the bartenders we were out with, and my fiance and the other birthday girl, it's basically a Long Island, but I think instead of with
So,
tequila,
yeah.
and then they throw some blue shit on it
It's
instead of Coke.
You're a cow.
So it's basically everything in a.
My
Excuse me.
comment of the night was, "I'm drinking a Smurf semen."
Yes.
Yeah, Smurf semen's a good way to put it. So it is.
Yeah.
It's
Not that thick.
It's no. But if you do get a
How do you
like
know
a
how thick
syrupy one,
Smurfs semen?
She had one too, so it's okay.
it was.
I
it
did.
Was,
I had an Adios.
It was no.
Trying to sleep with you, Cheryl.
Yeah, Colin bought that for me.
Katy bought it for you.
It was. It's like a. Yeah, it's like a Long Island, but also. What?
okay,
Did you get a? Yeah.
Okay, here is the official ingredients. Thanks to our producer Daniel, who is always watching out for us and doesn't want to be. Yeah. Okay, here we go. 1 ounce of gin, 1 ounce of light rum, 1 ounce of 18 tequila, proof tequila, 1800 proof tequila, 1 ounce of vodka, 1.5 ounce of blue Caraco liqueur, 2 ounces of sweet and sour mix, 1 ounce of Sprite soda. Shake the alcohol, then add Sprite on top. Serve on the rocks and kiss your ass goodbye, is what it says.
And all you taste is the tequila.
That is a Long Island plus, like minus the Coke plus the Sprite
And
with the
the-
blue shit.
And sometimes if you're lucky, you get a cherry.
I didn't get a cherry.
Yeah, but just
I got a
just for the-
straw.
You got a chair?
I got a straw.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I gave her a
Depends on the
straw to make
place.
it go down faster.
Ah, that's where you do it. Yeah.
Wait. Okay, so I love how that was your 21st drink. Quick segue. My friend Carly, who lives in Washington, her 21st drink, because I always feel like there's a drink someone gives you that like sets the tone of the night.
Yeah.
Yours was an Adios motherfucker.
Right.
That's great. I'm glad
Correct.
someone did that to you.
Yeah,
Hers,
Cheryl, my
yeah,
sister.
Cheryl,
My
who's
older
sitting right
sister,
here,
I love to death.
on our podcast, who's right here. Love you. So much fun. My friend's was a blowjob. Are you familiar with the blowjob shot?
No, I'm not. You
I feel
need
like
to
we should
explain
have
it.
prepared blowjob shots for us all to take.
I feel like that's something I need right now. Can we?
I don't
we
think
create
we have
that
whipped
right
cream.
here?
That's the main part is whipped cream.
The part. Okay, so wait. Here's
There's
the
a lot of
ingredients.
people over there. They can buy us.
Yeah,
some quick-
here's the ingredients for the blow and the point of the blowjob shot, because I've never heard of it until she turned 21. So what it is, it's like 1 ounce amaretto.
Look, ma, no hands.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to get to it. Yep, Sarah, totally. Okay, so it's 1 ounce amaretto liquor, Irish 1/5 Irish cream, and then whipped cream on top. Now, what you do? The reason it's a blowjob shot, as Sarah is demonstrating right now,
I'm sorry. Your hands behind your back, and then you like pick it up and you drink it. And most people put their face in it, and then they try.
And the whipped cream is there for the effect.
We can do that. We just need whip. Let me check our fridge.
Oh, she's checking the fridge, because that's
my
what
God.
kind of party we're at right now. Where we'll produce whipped cream.
It's a 21st
It's a 21st
party.
birthday. Well, it's not a party until someone's sitting on your couch, shocked about incidences that have occurred later.
Dead bodies in the.
Yeah, dead bodies. I always bring that up.
I will be
every time.
completely honest. I'm definitely drunk.
You're not the only one at this party.
But
You're
it's
not
my
the only one.
21st, so why
It's your
not?
21st, and here's the thing about your 21st, and I'm glad we're talking about this. You're going to be drunk until you're 22.
I hope so.
You're going to be drunk until you're 22.
I hope so, except for when
So,
I work
no.
my shifts.
We have
No,
we have
still
no
drunk.
whipped cream. Okay,
I'm still
Sarah
drunk.
came back.
We do have amaretto and Bailey's.
So we have half, but we don't have whipped cream for you. If you wanted to send one of the party goers to go get you some whipped cream, we would produce it right here, and we would make you take it on air because it's your 21st birthday. Your
Colin's
boyfriend's
not
here,
asleep.
though. Colin's not asleep either.
He's out on the terrace.
Fiance of my sister, please buy me whipped cream.
All right, so we're sending Colin. We're sending Colin to go get some whipped cream so Katy can take a blowjob shot on this podcast.
I have known Colin since I was 12 years old. Before he was dating my sister, he was my co-star on the screen, or not on the screen, but on the stage. And his main job that day was make sure I got up off the ground. That was it. And then he dated Cheryl, and then everything got way better since then.
So are you the reason they dated?
Yeah.
No. This story. Keep going.
No. Okay, so Cheryl and Colin, my sister and her fiance. It started way back when she was in 6th grade. That means I was in 5th grade. And
I did not even know him in 6th grade.
you did too. You guys went to a park together for a field trip. It was a overnight field trip. You went to Sly Park.
Wait. You guys are 1 year apart?
No, we're
1
2
year.
years apart.
So then, wait, you were in 7th grade? Were you in 7th grade?
Did I do the math wrong?
Because
Cheryl was in her last year of middle school. I was
That's
in my
different.
6th year of middle school.
what middle school did you go to?
Katy,
Well, can I go there?
this is what happens when she's drunk and we put her on a podcast. We should have waited.
My first year of middle school, that's what I meant. First year of middle school. It was 6th grade, which means first year of middle school. For Cheryl, it was her last year of middle school. She was in 8th grade. Her and Colin were together, or not together at that point, but they knew each other.
They knew each other.
They knew each other.
Mutual acquaintances.
But they weren't friends. They
face
weren't
bombing.
friends at this point. And then
Hey, we've been friends forever.
Okay.
Forever,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, Katy, keep going. Let's hear it.
Then high school for my sister and her now fiance happened. I was in 7th grade. Awkward stage in my time, but great for Cheryl and great for Colin. Around March 28th, that's exact science. Colin asked Cheryl out on a date.
Okay, wait a minute.
Oh,
Wait a minute. She was no. Okay, so I just want to state for the record, Colin did not ask me out. He was coerced by one of our classmates.
I did not see this coming, and I am shocked. And this whole party has turned into me wanting to know way more about this situation than I thought I would.
So Cheryl was asked out by Colin on March 28th of 2013? 11. 2011. I was way off.
2011.
I was worried about what undershirt I was gonna wear.
Those little lace things from Hollister?
Am I Abercrombie with the built-in bra?
But TMI. On March 27th of 2011, I got my first period. So 2011,
Wait, I
28,
don't know the day of my
Cheryl
first
and
period,
Colin
and I feel
started
really
dating.
behind.
And then, I would say 11 to 12 days later, they were attempting to have their first kiss. Their first kiss.
I heard kid first.
It was supposed to be out in our front yard.
Romantic.
Wait a minute. We were not trying to have our first kiss. We didn't go
Have your first kiss.
We were just talking outside.
Romantic like.
It was very romantic, and I kept interrupting.
Oh, really? What?
I was the little sister that had to be a part of everything.
That's what little sisters are for.
And I suck. And I was there, and they were trying to have their first kiss, but it didn't work.
Yes.
We were just talking. We were just standing outside. Yeah, it did start raining while we were standing out there. And then yes, Katy kept interrupting. But our actual first kiss, Katy still was trying to interrupt, and I had to kick her out. So
We were at this very popular store in Sacramento, downtown Sacramento, old Sacramento. It's called Evangeline's. We all know that's where they had their first kiss. They
For the
left
record-
me.
Wait, hold on. For the record, I want everyone to know we live in Southern California, but a lot of us are from Northern California, and Evangeline's is a costume shop in old Sacramento that has refused to update to modern times, and I love it so much.
They will never do that. So Cheryl and Colin and I, we were at the jazz festival for my grandmother.
Were you in the adult
Jubilee.
section of Evangeline's?
I was a good kid. I didn't go in there.
no, we were in the T-shirt section.
Two-piece costumes.
In the tiny little roped off section of the porn costume?
So I went.
Sarah, we were 15, not 18.
That means I was 13.
Sneak yourself in there.
Kids are horny and it's okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
So Cheryl and Colin, they were in the T-shirt / Pirates of the Caribbean section.
It's not. It's the steampunk
No,
section.
I believe
It's the rightmost section of the yeah. And they told me stop following us. We want to be alone. So I was like, okay, whatever. And I went over to the cooking section of Evangeline's. It has everything. I went to and I was like, no, I'm bored. So then from there, I was just like, okay, I'm going to creep over to the right side where the pirate stuff is. And I caught my sister kissing her boyfriend for the first time.
Scandalous.
Damn!
How come I
Cheryl
did
is
not
so
know about this?
Red right now. She is a lobster.
You thought this was a secret.
I had no idea. This is 8 years later.
You thought this was about 21st birthdays. We have flipped the script on you, and now we're talking about your first kiss.
Secrets.
Yeah, this is about sibling secrets. No, actually, no. We'll bring Katy back for that. But oh my God, Katy, keep going.
So I saw my sister have her first kiss. It was very romantic, and I wanted to walk away so bad. And I did. I walked away because ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
You don't want to ruin the moment.
And cooties were a thing.
And then after that point, every other night, I feel like maybe once a month, I had nightmares of her and Colin breaking up. It was the worst ever nightmares I ever had.
What did you say? Like 6-8 years ago?
Yeah.
And
I've
she's
had
still
it
having
once a month.
nightmares.
Once a month that I had breakmares that they...
Yeah, that's I like
So her break mares, and I always knew when she had one of these because she would be mad at me in the morning.
What did
That's
you do?
hilarious. Oh my God. You'd probably call her and be like, Cheryl!
I wouldn't have to call her. I would wake up, I'd go to her door in the morning, we'd meet in the bathroom or something, and I'd be like, Cheryl, stop breaking up with Colin. It's not okay. It's not okay. I'm gonna cry.
What the fuck?
I did not do that. Yeah, she would be mad at me if we broke up.
In my dreams, it would happen where Colin would be crying and Cheryl would just be like, whatever. And I would look at Cheryl and I'd be like,
Heartless.
what the effing hell are you doing? This is the best moment of your life and you're ruining it. And then I would wake up and I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. I had life events of your life. Life moments of your life in my dreams.
But Cheryl, how was your 21st birthday?
Compared to that.
All right, so Katy.
Were we there?
Yes, okay, so for my 21st birthday, the thing that's really horrible about 21st birthdays is when you're the oldest in your friend group,
That one sucks.
Yep.
you don't get
Wouldn't know
like
because that's Cheryl, but that one sucks.
yes. So my 21st, also my birthday falls in like on Christmas. Basically, it's 2 days later.
She's the beginning
So-
of Capricious Corn.
Yes, I'm the beginning of the Capricorns. And I'm also the oldest girl in our group of friends. And since it's near Christmas, we're also and Kylie's a week older than me.
Shout out to Kylie, our friend who's also old.
Yeah, she's very old. But she lives in Visalia, and on Christmas we're usually around
Not each other.
The good thing actually though about meeting friends in Long Beach who are from Sacramento is that on Christmas we're all in Sacramento.
Cheryl and I literally live like around the corner from each other, and we never knew it.
We were also in Key Club and probably had events together
We did community service together.
and didn't meet until the dorms. So
I gave him the things.
So for my, Colin just came back with all of the tools for the blowjob shot, which is good. So yeah, for my 21st birthday, I basically just stayed at home like all of my other birthdays and played board games and had Sarah
But
and
if
Tatiana.
you know Cheryl, that's what she would have
That
wanted.
is my favorite thing in the whole wide world. So
all of them.
I mean-
5. There's 5 of us on this podcast.
No, we're all doing blowjob shots.
If you give me a blowjob shot, I will punch
Put it. No. Say it again.
If you give me a blowjob shot, I will punch you in the face.
Well, you're getting a blowjob shot. I guess we're getting punched
No,
in the
I'm
face.
not.
yes,
But
you are.
Anna, I think you were the next to turn 21.
Yeah, she's the end of the Capricorns.
My birthday was on like a Wednesday.
And the Capricorns are
It
Capricorns.
doesn't really matter that it was a Wednesday because it was winter break and everyone was still in school.
She's got a very angry face on right now.
I was also one of the first ones to turn 21, so everyone that was present was mostly 20, except for like maybe a few people.
Say it again.
I just remember that I went to Disneyland on her birthday and then I came back to her party, but not with her. I didn't go to Disneyland with her.
Okay, so I
about your 21st.
went to dinner, and then I was like, just please don't give me any. Okay, thanks. You guys, I gotta go grocery shopping after this. Please
Okay.
don't give me any.
Oat milk.
Okay,
Fuck, okay.
Anna.
So I ate dinner, and I wasn't feeling that well. It was like only 7 p.m. and I was like, oh man, I don't feel that well. But I was like, well, it's my 21st. So then my parents, so the biggest thing for my 21st is they threw me a 21st birthday party with my family. But I wasn't actually 21 yet. I was 20. And this was back during Christmas break when we got like a month off from school. And so my mom was like, I just want to throw you a party. And I was like, okay. And it was fun. It was great. And then like, I don't really love drinking in front of my family too much. And so there was like maybe 2 bottles of, they had a whole bottle of Smirnoff, just regular Smirnoff vodka.
Oh my God.
And they had something else because they wanted to make drinks. And they're like, just take this with you and you can drink it. So I was like, fine. And also I was 20, so I couldn't buy alcohol yet. So then I was like, sure. Well, we went to our friend's apartment who like hosted this birthday thing, and they like set everything up. And so I was taking shots and shots of Smirnoff because I was like, vodka's my favorite. I love potatoes.
Oh my God.
Which was awful.
That sounds awful.
It was awful.
She needed that factory reset
I
just for
probably-
that.
Yeah, I probably took like, 8 to 10 shots of Smirnoff. So then it hits me, and I had little food because I wasn't feeling well. We went to the, I'll punch you both in the face.
Now she's threatening our producer.
I will never punch Daniel in the face, but I will punch Tatiana in the face.
Oh my God.
Yeah, if she snaps at me again, I'm going to hit her with my microphone.
This is documented, right? So when she tries to say that Tatiana threatened her, we can go back to this, right?
Tatiana
We'll have
definitely
this.
kicks me in her sleep. So I just want to let
all the when?
all the time. I bruises every morning because she
Oh,
kicks
yes.
me. Yeah, Sarah can vouch for me.
So many bruises.
Okay. All right. So
All right.
back to all right. So we're here. We're drinking. It's about 11 p.m. Okay. So there's a group of us. My friend was there. She was already 21, so she was ready to take me.
Oh, that's good. You had friends who were already
Yeah, so there were
21.
about 5 of us that were already 21. So we all go out and we go to 2nd Street. Woo! On this fine Wednesday night, which no one was in school, but also no one was at the bars. So it was
That's
midnight.
nice.
Yeah, well,
That's
it
nice.
was until I went to a bar and then I felt very, very drunk after I got out of the Uber. It was about 12:05.
12:05.
Walked in front of a bar and they're like, nope. And they were like, nope. And then I just like, I didn't get into that bar. But then we went to another bar and they're like, sure, 21, woo. Then I just went straight to the bathroom. And the rest is history.
Yeah, that's
Till about so then it was just all night. They were there. I had something to do in the morning, a responsibility, which I wasn't gonna do. I already warned people. So then I was there. I woke up at 7, and I was like, "What happened?" And I looked, and I was like, "What happened around me?" And I don't know what happened. I took 3 showers. Was still sick. My esophagus. I'm not gonna.
Wait, you
I'm
got
gonna
in and
spare
out,
you.
in and out, in and out?
Let's
Is
just
that
say
what
I
happened?
got
Sometimes
in the shower.
That's needed.
I threw up 3 times, got back in the shower, then threw up 3 more times, and got back in the shower.
No way.
But I also took a shower that night, but I also woke up with puke all around me, so I was very shocked.
Your
Yeah.
21 was exactly what.
Anna.
I don't remember.
Your 21 was exactly how it should
Also,
have been.
I think
That was how
because
21 birthdays are supposed to go,
I
right?
had such a bad
Yeah.
I didn't feel good at all, so I also had minor food, there's all this stuff where I was like, oh my god, I don't feel good on top of it. So the next morning, eventually by about 10 a.m.,
Yeah.
my esophagus just burnt. It was so burned. And I was able to eat again, and I was fine. By 7 p.m. at night, I was able to do my responsibility.
Yeah.
I was fine. I made it. So,
Yeah.
that was mine.
Then I think I was
What's your
the
21st
next
birthday?
To turn 21.
Yeah.
And,
What did you do?
Unfortunately, I mean, I had Cheryl and Anna, but Tatiana is
I'm-
my BFF, and she was not
I
21.
prefer the term
And my
platonic life partner, but that's
platonic life
fine.
Partner, which is true. And
The
my bitch ass
babyest.
boyfriend at the time was not 21. So we just went to dinner.
Wait a minute.
What story?
Oh. Wait a minute.
But he made me take shots every hour, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. And but yeah, we just kind of went to dinner. It was tame. What he did do was make edibles and distribute them to some of my friends.
Your friends and roommates who so like if anyone if you forget, me and Sarah have lived together since we were born, and then we have 2 male roommates, and so when her boyfriend at the time came over, he brought edibles and he gave them to the 2 male roommates, so all 3 of them.
He doesn't look like a baker, so you're just like, yeah, I'll eat your weed cookies, and then you shouldn't have eaten his weed cookie.
They were really potent, apparently,
Very potent.
and they were like peanut butter flavored, which is like,
Something like that.
they're like our
Yeah.
roommates are a sucker for peanut butter flavored things.
So they could barely function at dinner.
They literally couldn't remember their own names, and when they ordered their food, when the food got delivered to them by the
They're like,
waitress,
"What
they
did
were
I
like, "What did I order?" They were like, "What is this?" And so Sarah and I had to tell them what they ordered. And they were like, "That sounds really good," and we're like, "Yeah,
But-
shit, you ordered it."
I was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had
You
nice
were
drinks.
fine.
The next day, my coworkers took me out to like a brewery.
This is the
And I
fun
got
part.
Quite drunk because I don't know, people just kept buying me drinks, so why not buy? That I think that's literally the last time people bought me free drinks. And,
That's a lie. People try and
and,
buy you free drinks at bars all the time.
and I got very drunk, and I came home, and to one of my roommates, I was like, "You look like both of the chain smokers combined."
At the time, we did have a roommate
You
who
looked
did.
like both of the chain
So
smokers. like, in
imagine,
one.
imagine if you morphed both chain smokers, you would get our roommate.
And then I cried, and I was like, I need Tatiana, and I still don't know why I cried. I don't know why I was crying.
It's 21.
And
You're
then
21.
My also boyfriend at the time left to drive back like 6 hours away, but then he felt bad because he didn't think I would remember him leaving, so he came back. So when I woke up, he was still there.
Okay, so
But
he
tried to leave.
he tried to leave. Okay, so this is the best part. He walks up to me. So Sarah is crying in our bathroom because we have at this point in this apartment we have a room, like a master suite, and it has a bathroom in it. So she's in there crying. He walks up to me in the living room and he's like, "Hey, your roommate needs you." And I'm looking at him like, "Which one? Like, what do you mean my roommate needs you?" I'm looking at the chain smoker guy, and then there's like the other one and the other one. And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "Sarah needs you." And I'm like, "Oh, why didn't you just fucking say Sarah?" And I'm like, so I follow him back to our room. We go into the bathroom, and Sarah is laying on the floor. She's crying. And I'm like, "Oh," I'm like, well, she's 21 at this point. So I'm like, "Oh, what happened? Like, are you okay?" She just got back from the brewery where everyone bought her free drinks. And I'm like, "Okay, you're drunk. It's fine. Like, what's wrong? What's going on? What are you feeling?" And she's like, she points, and this is the best part. So she points at me, and then she points at her boyfriend at the time, and she goes, this is the story I want to tell. So she points at me, she points at him, and she goes, "Why can't you both just get along?" And then
But the thing is that he was just trash.
Yeah,
and that's
he was.
why.
But like at the time, no one's gonna say that. But like me and him look at each other, and then we're like, "Oh my god, she's that drunk." Okay, so then we like scoot close to each other, and like he puts his arm, like his hand on my shoulder, and I put my hand on his shoulder, and we're like, "Look, Sarah, we're getting along. It's fine." Like we're hoping the crying will stop at this point, and we're like, "We're friends. Look, we're friends." And she goes, "You guys are just not friends." And she's just
They weren't.
crying. She's crying in the phone. She goes, she's like, "I love you, and I love you, and why can't you just get along?" And we're just like looking at each other like, I don't know how to make it. He's looking at me, I'm looking at him, and I'm like, I don't know how to get it to stop. Let's just like do a hug or something in front of her, and maybe that'll like appease the situation. And that's when he wanted to leave. That's when he was like, maybe I should just go. And then that's when like, and then he came back later because he was like, that's obviously not the right solution. Because I looked at him and I'm like, "You really want to go?" And he goes, "I think that's best." And I'm like, "Whatever you think, man." You're my best friend right now. So like whatever you think's right. So then he leaves, but he comes back. But I think that was the best scenario because I've never had anyone tell me that, like, you know, that's how I knew Sarah was my platonic life partner, when I couldn't get along with her boyfriend at the time and she was upset about it. And I was like, all right, now we're life partners.
It was a forewarning.
It was, yeah, and he's gone now. He's
Yeah.
not here anymore. And I survived. But like, it was just, but it was so great because like he was a really quiet dude, and I am not quiet, and I'm not quiet at all. And so like we just were opposites, and it was just so great because she was like, "You just don't get along," and we were like, Okay.
But we have one last 21st story. But before that, I think we have somehow acquired BJ shots.
We talked about the bleach. We talked about the BJ shots, Katie, and they're here for you.
All right.
Only rule
Okay,
is
I'm really-
no hands. So put that down.
Put it down.
Hands. No hands.
Okay, so no
use
hands.
your tongue. Use your mouth. Use it all. Let's see.
Okay,
Ready?
I only wish you guys could see this because it's gonna be interesting. I can't use my
We're gonna
hand.
get it
We
on
are
film.
videoing
Don't
this.
worry.
Oh
Alright.
shoot. Okay, you're
Ready?
gonna see this. It's
3.
gonna
No, yeah. All the way time. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Holy shit.
Good job.
Katie, do you know how to give a BJ?
Please don't ask my sister that.
She's my friend too. Me and her are best friends. You don't even have to ask.
Like a towel?
I know, you're like, I'll get her one.
Okay, so half of that, actually more than like 2/3 of that went down my shirt.
She did not get any of that shot. Is this really fair? Like, it's your 21st.
The whipped
Colin
cream
can
was
make
great.
another.
The whipped cream was
plenty of
fantastic, and my coffee was fantastic. That's all I have to say.
We need one more blowjob shot.
Ew, Katie, get it off your hands. All right. It's on the back of your
See,
hand.
we fixed the problem.
Katie,
We
it's on the
fixed
back of your hand. Please. Yeah.
It's on your shot. No, she missed the shot. Like, we need her to do another one. You know, it's fine. It'll come with time.
God damn it, Katie. Clean yourself
So,
up.
The final 21st is Tatiana's,
So-
who is the last.
So anyone out there looking for 21st birthday tips, what kind
Do
of
some
tip can I
BJs.
get for a BJ? Because apparently it just went down my shirt.
You should blow.
Blow. Like literally.
Blow.
Blow.
Yeah. Listen to Sarah and I.
I feel like I will fail at that.
Okay. Round
Okay.
2.
We're going to try this again. No hands.
Yeah, maybe we should put a towel down. Yeah, put this as a bib. Make that a bib.
The best part is just wrap. Oh, she's just going for it. I didn't even say anything.
Oh.
Oh, shit. Oh, it didn't come out. I don't know what that was. Okay. Colin, I think you just put fucking whipped cream in there. You just.
It's less than a regular shot.
Oh, he put less than. He likes you. He likes you.
Recipe that Sarah told me to make.
No, it was. It was. Okay. All right, Katie, you did it. You fine. Okay, so I guess the tips for the BJ is just what do you think? I mean the second one you conquered.
Just let it happen. Just do what feels right.
Do what you have to do to get the job done.
And get your whole mouth around it.
Yeah. Good job.
That's all there is
We're
to
very
it.
proud.
All right, that's my little sister,
Forget about your
guys.
gag reflex.
You don't have a gag reflex when it comes to the blowjob
Stop
shot.
talking about gag reflexes. It's Tatiana's 21st birthday.
I love this conversation.
Let's talk about
Let's talk about
Tatiana's,
my
21st.
birthday. Okay, well, my 21st birthday. So, okay, if anything,
I
the
got more drunk on her 21st
Vers-
birthday than I did on mine.
So-
and I cried.
and she
on
cried
mine.
in the bathroom. Okay, so if anything, the story, the thing is that I'm the youngest in this group
It
of
was
friends.
not her birthday. It was the Kesha concert.
It was and according to my family, when it was because my birthday is on November 1st, the day after Halloween. So how my family views it is like whenever happens that day, that's the day it happens. My birthday's irrelevant. So apparently, Kesha was on tour on my 21st birthday, and so my whole family texts me, and they're like, "Hey, did you hear Kesha's performing on your like on November 1st?" And they never said happy birthday. They were just like, "Kesha's performing. This
They
is
were
the
just, like,
day."
3 days until
The
the
Kesha,
concert.
they're like 3 days.
exit on.
Yeah, they're like 3 days until Kesha, 2 days until Kesha, and then the day of my birthday, they were like, "Oh my God, Kesha was fucking in Los Angeles. Is that crazy or what?" And I'm like, "It's fine. I turned 21. It's okay."
Yeah, it was
It was
kind of big deal.
it was a kind of a big deal because Kesha, obviously for Kesha, not for me.
Kesha's comeback.
This was because this was Kesha's
Fresh
comeback
Kesha.
tour. This was fresh Kesha. This was not, your run of the mill Kesha. This was like Kesha came back. She's stronger than ever. She's
So,
got
of
the
course,
power.
We're drinking.
Yes. So what happens is obviously it's like I think the day of my birthday was like a Tuesday or something ridiculous. Something ridiculous like that because you know how it goes. So it's a Tuesday. We go to school that day. We come back and we're like, all right, we got to start pre-gaming. We're going to the Kesha concert. It's me, it's Anna, it's Sarah, it's Cheryl and Colin, and we're all ready to see Kesha. And I'm like, okay, because it's my birthday. And
It was a Wednesday.
Oh, it was a fucking Wednesday.
So Wednesday, because Sarah and I had an early class the next morning.
Also, October
I'm glad.
31st was the day before, which is Halloween, which was on a Tuesday.
But
Yeah.
I'm glad you all remember that because I
don't.
don't.
I was asking Sarah if she was going to go to class because I was like, I don't know if I'm going
exactly
to class.
what
And
I
we
had in the
geology
morning.
with Dr.
Yeah.
Pepper. So.
I know
Glad
exactly.
I'm glad you all
That
didn't.
whole week, I remember.
I'm
the
glad you
whole
all
week.
didn't know if you were gonna like make it to the next class, and like me, I was over here like, nah, I'm fine. So we go to this Kesha concert, which was in Los Angeles. We're in Long Beach. That's like a $40 Uber to Los Angeles. So we're like, I'm like, for my birthday, I'm gonna.
Like,
everyone gets in the car.
Pre-game.
We
But my
pre-gamed.
thing was we had sushi and
Oh!
sushi does.
I know, Katy. You're throwing back
Sushi-
your head. I get
Sushi
it.
does not sustain me, so I was very drunk by the time we got to the security line. I put my finger on the security guard's forehead when he asked if I was drunk, and I said, "Are you drunk?" Yeah. And somehow I still
Sushi
made it
is
into the
great. She fucking made it through. And my favorite was when in the Uber on the way there, we're in a minivan going to Los Angeles. And then the guy's like, okay, stay safe. It's fine. Sarah fucking, like, because it's an old minivan. So she takes the door. She fucking flings it open. It hits with a bam. And he's like, whoa. And she's like, it's fine. I know how to work a minivan door. And then she like runs out. And then I like walk out after her because I'm in the back too. And I'm like, thank you. And he's like, be safe. And I'm like, we'll try. And then Sarah fucking is already down the corner. And this was at the Hollywood Palladium. So we're seeing Kesha at the Hollywood Palladium, which is a great venue. And that's when we all got through unharmed. And Sarah, what happened once we got in there? What happened in the Kesha concert? Actually, tell us the audience for the Kesha concert.
Well, I just really am a great wing woman. And I was like,
So
we need to find Tatiana a man.
So here's the
every
thing.
man that walked by, I would
Every
try
man.
to fling at her.
She literally.
But apparently, every man who goes to see Kesha,
Kesha
is
is gay.
homosexual.
He's a homosexual. No, this
And
is
so I just kept flinging gay men at
At
Tatiana.
Tatiana. And
There
she's-
wasn't like a moment where I questioned it when like, oh, he's in gold.
yes,
overalls?
spandex. Yeah, or overalls.
He's fine.
He's fine. He's got a
cute.
nose ring. She's like, he's cute.
They were pretty gay boys, so I mean, like,
Yeah, so it's okay.
It was fine.
But I was just like, here's a boy. And she was like,
She literally was flinging
Flinging.
these men.
Flinging
She
boys.
the first one she grabbed was like 6'5".
No,
And the biggest, burliest gay man I've ever
But,
seen
like,
in my life.
Cheryl
And she
Collin-
grabbed him
Yeah,
and threw him
Yeah.
at Tatiana.
and Cheryl Collin and I watched this, and we were just letting it
And
happen.
they
I was
got
like,
progressively gayer, like more flamboyant as she went. That first guy was
really
wearing
into gay boys.
Here's the thing.
I don't know.
So I
She would've
can't.
fucked all of them.
So
I don't
here's
know.
the thing. No, here's the thing. I can't get mad at Sarah because my type is literally men who straddle the line between I'm gay and I'm not gay. So when she was throwing those fuckers with nose rings at me, and I was like, he's hot.
I was
and
like,
then he
she
was
liked
like,
this one.
yeah, and he goes, I'm Ronaldo, and I'm like, you're gay. Get out of here. And so like. So it was like the whole thing where I was asking their name and they would tell me in like a whispery voice, and I'm like, you're too gay to function, get out of here. And I'm like, I'm so sorry this happened to you, keep going. And so like I would apologize to every single one she was throwing at me. And when I say throw, I mean it was happening during the concert, before the concert, in the
heads
breaks.
would hit, and it was.
And when I say throw, I mean throw. Like they would hit me and they would be like, I'm sorry, and I'm like, no,
Fact
I'm sorry.
And then they
What?
just go back to their boyfriends, and their boyfriends would have this questioning look, and we'd be like, I'm sorry.
So
don't
my
know.
question, as the person
Yes.
that was not
Yes.
there for the event,
Yes.
was there a single person that was there
That wasn't gay?
that wasn't gay and that interested you?
No, they were all gay.
Okay.
They were.
That
so
sounds
the,
exciting.
Yeah.
So the audience was very empowered women and
Not
gay
that
men.
I could find.
Drunk Sarah.
Really hard.
Drunk Sarah tried her best, and I know if
then
there was a straight person in that audience, drunk Sarah would have found them.
There's more to, but we'll finish. But
Okay.
the end of my story was
Yes.
we got into the Uber on the way back. You know, it's very expensive.
It's very expensive.
Somehow I like hit my face on like I don't know something, and the Uber driver just looks at me very concerned and
Yep.
goes, "Honey, how did you do that?" And I go, "I don't know." And then I was like, "I should stop drinking for a while."
She literally, because we got into like, I feel like an Escalade or something, the one where like the back
Yeah.
row flips up only when you need it. So like I was in the very back, and he had Cheez-Its and they taste like soap. I remember this. And so he like Sarah like gets into the car, fucking slams her face in front of like the what is
the
it?
seat.
The
I got
seat.
hit by the
Like
seat
she
in the
literally
face
got
somehow.
hit by the seat. Her whole face was imprinted on that seat. And he was like, "Are you okay?" And she's just like, "Yeah." And that was, he didn't say a word.
No,
the
he
single.
said, "How'd you do that?"
Yeah, he goes, "How'd
And
you
I
do
said,
that?"
I
I don't know. And then from then on, he didn't talk. He was like, "This is what we're gonna do the entire time. I'm not gonna entertain them. It's fine." And so yeah, that was my 21st birthday. It was great. I had a great time. Sarah had a great time.
Sarah swore off drinking for a couple weeks.
But then the next morning, we had to move all of our furniture in our
Oh my
entire
God.
apartment to the center of the room for silver. What are they called?
Silverfish hunting.
Silverfish.
That was the next day?
So the next day, so that was November 2nd. We literally, when we left to go to the Kesha concert, all of our furniture was in the middle of our room because none of it could touch the walls. So we were literally sleeping like in the middle. Our beds were in the middle of the room.
In the morning, we still had to pull everything
Yeah.
out of our closet.
All of our, like everything out of our closet. So we were,
cabinets.
so,
It was
okay, so we
insane.
just told you how the concert was like, where we're fucking drunk. Well, Sarah was fucking drunk. And then I was there too, also drunk. And so we were like getting back into bed and our beds were in the middle of the room and we're like, did we do this? we almost forgot that we like even moved our stuff. We're like, oh fuck, how did our stuff get here? And then I'm like, oh, it's the exterminators. And she's like, all right. And so then like we went with that. So the whole day we had to like move all our stuff in the middle of the room. And then maybe like a day after that, so November 3rd, I'm hanging out with Cheryl. Our stuff's back to normal at this point. We're all good to go. And then Cheryl, this is when she's going through her Chick-fil-A phase. She's like, hey, let's go to Chick-fil-A. I said, that's cool. I'm 21 now. This is what 21-year-olds do. And so like we go to Chick-fil-A and then we get there and my card gets declined. And I know. This is weird. This is really weird. I am newly 21. I've never had a card decline because I've never been rich enough to have a card decline. So I'm just like, all right, this is weird. I say thank you to the nice Chick-fil-A people. They're like, my pleasure. I'm like, no, it wasn't. Fuck off. All right, here we go. So I go outside. I call my dad because I trust him more than a bank. And so then I'm like, Dad, this happened. And he goes, call the bank. Here's a number, 24 hours for our bank, find out what happened. This is weird. Because he's like, the money's in your account, so I don't know what happened. He's like, the money's there. I don't know what's going on. So I call. So then, like, Cheryl and I remember, Cheryl, did you get your food? You didn't get your food because as soon as my card.
Yeah, so the whole thing was I didn't have any money.
I was buying for Cheryl. I remember now.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't have any money. I'll give you money. Can we get Chick-fil-A? And then she was like, yeah, and then it declined.
Chick-fil-A for 2 people costs $25. You're not wrong. It's not even a contest. No. 2 people, Chick-fil-A, $25. Even.
And that's 100% accurate. So that's why my card being declined was like, this is weird. Like, this is normal. This shouldn't be happening. So we get back to like my car and I'm like, you know what? Like, I think we tried to go. You were like, oh, I can go to Colin and, we can figure this out. Who works like down the street.
Yeah, I had my visa with Colin, so we were like, okay, let's just go to B of A to get that. And then we were on the phone with your dad. Yeah, so you were driving, and you were on the phone with your dad. This is what I remember. So we were driving to CBK just down the street. You were on the phone with your dad, and then your dad says at the end of it, so we're doing this whole thing, and your dad's like, okay, call this number, do this, whatever. The end of the conversation, her dad says, this is why you need to carry cash. Yeah.
My dad says that
And
all
then
the time.
Tatiana fucking flips a Yui and says, I have fucking cash.
I was like, holy shit, my father. I do have cash. I legal U-turned right then and there. I've never, well, I mean, I'm not, yeah, legally I U-turned. And me and Cheryl go back to fucking Chick-fil-A down the street. And I'm like, I do have cash. How dare I forget I have cash? Because that's exactly what he said.
Yeah, so then I go in to order our food, and she stays in the car to call the bank. And this is where it gets interesting.
Okay, so Cheryl is inside ordering our Chick-fil-A with my cash that I suddenly realized I had. I'm on the phone with the bank and the 24-hour hotline, and they're like, all right, like, what's your number? Type it in. They're like, all right, a representative will be with you shortly. She gets on the phone. She goes, okay, here's your number. This is your account number? I'm like, yeah, it is. And I'm like, all right. I'm ready. I'm actually excited to see what person tried to spend my money and where they're at, because it's kind of, because like I know my bank will handle it. I know they will. So I'm excited to see what motherfucker. I'm thinking they're from Florida because they're always from Florida. So I'm thinking someone in Florida spent a bunch of money on bath salts or something. So I'm like really pumped to see what's going on. So then here we are. She goes, okay, here are the charges that we flagged you for fraud. She goes, and she sounds like this, too. Like, I'm not making up this accent. I don't know what it is. She goes, hello? And I said, hi, I'm Tatiana. She goes, hello. Okay, so here are your charges. Did you spend money? And she's asking because she's trying to verify my charges. So she goes,
Verified everything.
yeah. So she's going through. She goes through 4 charges. And she's like, I need you to tell me yes or no to these. She goes, did you spend a lot of money? This is literally how she said it. Did you spend a lot of money on a Lyft ride? And I think about it and I'm like, oh fuck yeah, I went to Kesha like 2 days ago. And I'm like, yes, that was me. She goes, okay, next one. Did you buy a beer on campus? She goes, did you buy a beer at something called the 49er? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's in Long Beach. It's a bar on campus. Yeah, that was me. And she goes, okay. And she's getting progressively worried. She's getting more worried as we're going through this. Third transaction. She goes, okay. Did you spend more money on a more expensive Lyft ride? And she literally said, more expensive Lyft ride. She didn't even say like a Lyft ride. She said a more expensive Lyft ride.
And I can verify this is all accurate.
Because Cheryl's sitting in the car also by the time this is happening. So she goes, yeah. And I'm like, because honestly, the ride home to get from Kesha was like, I'm not going to say it, but it was like, it was a lot of money to get back. So we got back. And I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, yes. That was me. And and I'm thinking we're done now. Like, I'm thinking we're done. We found out the problem. My Lyft expenses are too much money, and that's what we figured out. But she's not done.
My favorite one is
Here she goes. She goes, okay, the last one. Did you spend money, on a weekend at Coachella? And I was like, I'm looking at Cheryl. I'm looking back at me because we're sitting in my car, and I'm like, fuck, did I buy a weekend at Coachella? I'm like, maybe this is someone who stole my account. Here we go. And then I was like, oh, fuck. No, that was me. And I was like, oh, yeah, I have scheduled payments because I'm going to Coachella this year. And she goes, oh, yes, it's for this much amount. And I'm like, yeah, that was scheduled. I'm going to Coachella. But, like, I guess how it shows up is just, like, Coachella. But she put in a weekend at Coachella. And I was like, yeah, that's me. That's me. And she goes, all right, well, if you verified all of those transactions, that means you're good to go. And I looked at Cheryl, I looked back at me, and I was like, yep, that's all me. That's all me. And she goes, okay, your card is back on. Thank you. Have a nice day. And I was like, thank you. And then she hangs up, and then I look at Cheryl, and I'm just like, oh
and
my
I'm
God.
dying.
Cheryl is hyperventilating.
The way she said everything, and also that's not the order in which she bought everything. That's the
not
order that it showed up in her bank. And what it sounded like was she took
a Lyft ride.
A long Lyft ride
to
campus
to get to my own campus to buy
one
beer.
Took another
Lyft ride,
longer Lyft ride home. and drunkenly
We bought a weekend at Coachella. So the whole time she is talking to me, like I'm telling you, the woman is getting more and more confused as like the list is going on. So by the time she gets to the weekend at Coachella, she's like, this bitch was drunk. She's like, because she was like, an expansive Leafs ride? And I'm like, yeah, that was me. She goes, a beer on campus? And I'm like, yeah, it was me. A more expensive Leafs ride? And I'm like, yeah, it was me. She goes, a weekend at Coachella? And I'm just like, God, okay, it's all me. And so she literally was getting progressively more and more concerned for me. And the best part was I was verifying every single one. And that's when when we hung up, Cheryl was like, wow, she really thought that you did that in that order. Like, you really did that.
I think this is where we could segue kind of into how after you turn 21, everything goes to shit.
You're right.
You kind of like, you go about it in that way.
Here you go, Katy.
Tatiana has been so different since she turned 21.
She has never been the same since she turned 21.
The same.
I get told a lot that I've never been the same since I went to Coachella.
Also, I can vouch for that. I was there with her. She's changed.
Now I'm concerned because I've never been to a concert at all. 100% never
Why
been
have
to
you
a
never
concert.
told us this?
And I feel like once I go to a concert, my life will forever change because of this story.
When does Jesse McCartney tour again?
Katy, I
do the Jonas Brothers.
Although, yes.
Tour.
Wait, Katy, I'm standing up right now at this party. I usually sit down at parties, but I'm standing right now because I usually work in the music industry in live entertainment. I love concerts, and the fact that you've gotten by me this long without having you've never seen a single concert. You've never seen a single person perform with an acoustic guitar at a party. Oh my God, Cheryl.
But we did do the Jazz Jubilee.
That does not count.
The Jazz Jubilee does not justify it.
Okay,
It's
you're
good,
21 now. This is good. Okay, segue. You're 21 now. We're obviously going to go to a concert. You're going to be able to drink at that concert. I guarantee you 50% of the people at that concert will not be able to drink, so it's going to be fine. You're going to be in the top 50%, whatever. It's fine. Yeah, that's how it's fine. I'm not a math major. But you're 21 now, and one of my favorite stories of like when people turn 21 is my sister and her boyfriend in Washington. He is the Pop-Tart. Shout out to you. His name's Pop-Tart in my brain. Pop-Tart. He is the youngest of 4 brothers, and all the brothers. This is the story my sis. This is the story my sister told me. Apparently, before he even turned 21, they all were telling him, they're like, "Hey man, like, cherish being young, cherish all of this, because once you turn 21, it's all downhill from here." And they literally were like stone cold telling him this, like, your life's gonna be shit as soon as you're done. And so when he turned 21 before my sister did, and so my sister was like, yeah, so, and she's telling like my whole family this. She goes, yeah, so part of my job on his 21st birthday was just reassuring him that his life's not over. Like, that, like, he literally just started and it's not over, because all of his whole family brainwashed him, or like kept him thinking that if you turn 21, it's over. You're fucking downhill from here. But Katy, I'm here to tell you, you're 21. It's not downhill from here. You're going to see a concert. It's going to be with me. You're going to be upset because it is, but it's going to be with me. And Cheryl, you can be there too, I guess.
Glad to say I was never brainwashed to believe my life was over once I turned 21. However, I do regret the fact that I don't get to celebrate this special moment with the rest of my siblings. I am the youngest of 4. Okay. I'm the youngest of my entire family. But it's great. So far, it's great. I have no complaints.
Okay, so I just want to put a little background. She is the baby, and our older siblings are a little bit older than us.
10 and
like,
11
yeah,
years older.
just short of
9
a
and
decade,
11
kind
years
of.
older.
Yeah, so they're older than us, and they both like to drink. They're both really good partiers. Our older sister is literally like actually a wine connoisseur, like worked at one of the better wine places. Our brother loves to drink. Like they're into that and they love that.
He's a drummer in a death metal band, so he's got it.
So when you turn 21, one of the best things is like if you have older siblings, because your friends who might not be 21, but your older siblings definitely are. So you can go with them. So Katy could not make it up to Sacramento, and she really wanted to because she wanted to be with our fun older siblings. I am the worst sibling to have to spend your 21st birthday with. I literally felt so bad going into this night because I don't drink, I was like, we're making this night for Katy. Like, I felt so bad.
Cheryl is my favorite human in the whole human being.
I
She's
getting sappy. She's
100%
scratching her
disagree
face.
with that.
You drink an Adios motherfucker with her. You're a good sister.
That's because our older sister said she would get us blacked out drunk. And I had to live up to that.
Cheryl took Katy out at midnight is impressive because I cannot stay out past midnight.
Right now is my 21st birthday. Yes. And 6 to 8 hours ago was my I turned 21. And my sister Cheryl was there for me the entire time. She made sure I had all the drinks I needed. She made sure I went out. I had a good time. I've been drunk. I haven't been fucked up.
She did her job. If you're still drunk, she did her job. Cheryl, I'm so proud of you.
She was the best older sister I could ask for. And
Cheryl
I'm
woke
so
up
happy to
still
be here.
drunk first.
We all did.
Yeah. That's impressive for Cheryl specifically.
Yeah, so now that the party has gone sappy, I think that's time for everyone to leave. Get the fuck out!
21 bitches! Katy, it's been great having you here, but your 21-ness is contagious, and I need you to leave before Sarah and I do more blowjob shots. Bye!
I can use another BJ. to find Tatiana a man.
So here's the
every
thing.
man that walked by,
Every
I would try
man.
to fling at her.
She literally.
Apparently,
Apparently.
every man who goes to see
Kesha
Kesha
is gay.
homosexual.
He's a homosexual. No, this
And
is.
so I just kept flinging gay men at
At
Tatiana.
Tatiana. And
There
she's-
wasn't like a moment where I questioned it when like, oh, he's in gold.
Yeah,
overalls?
spandex. Yeah, or overalls. Or
fine.
he's fine. He's got a
Cute.
nose ring. She's like, he's cute.
Buoyant as she went. That first guy was
Really
wearing
into gay boys.
Here's the thing.
I
Well,
don't know.
so I
She would've
can't.
fucked all of them.
So
I don't
here's
know.
the thing. No, here's the thing. I can't get mad at Sarah because my type is literally men who straddle the line between I'm gay and I'm not gay. So when she was throwing those fuckers with nose rings at me, and I was like, he's hot.
I was
and
like,
then he
she
was
liked
like,
this one.
yeah, and he goes, I'm Ronaldo, and I'm like, you're gay. Get out of here.